Yes, we are on today's Tom Talk. Hey, everybody doing? Grind Don't Stop. We all here today. And it's the holidays are coming up. It's almost Thanksgiving, and we just got rid of this Columbus Day, which we know now as Indigenous People Day. I guess, I will talk about that topic later, but we're not celebrating Columbus Day, I see, with the black community. But we have some comments on social media world news that is basically like we are bullishing because we're celebrating Thanksgiving now. My opinion, I believe us coming together as black folks, we're not celebrating the pilgrims coming to take over the Indians. We're actually celebrating the thanks and giving of our peoples and family and love. I have a guest here today. Anonymous Ace is what she wants to go with. She's a criminal justice bachelor's graduate, working on being CPD. She has her own outlook on Thanksgiving on herself. I will let her talk. Everyone, welcome Anonymous Ace.
Um, well, like I was telling Tom earlier, there's things from seeing a meme on Facebook about that we don't celebrate Columbus Day because of the history, but we will celebrate Thanksgiving knowing the history of where Thanksgiving comes from. My opinion is that it has evolved from that. We don't, when we're together with our families, when we're cooking, when we're celebrating each other, we're not thinking about that day, what happened with the real Thanksgiving. And my opinion is that it evolved from that. So I feel like the backlash of celebrating Thanksgiving is kind of irrelevant in this time because we don't celebrate it for what happened. We celebrate as families coming together, because everybody mostly had their lives and everything, and you're not really around your family, and that's a day that we can all leave the excuses behind and come together and spend time with each other. It's not celebrating the violence on the Native Americans or anything like that. It kind of like changed. Like a lot of things have changed. There's most of the holidays that we celebrate has a violent past, but we're not thinking about that. We're in a whole nother mind frame when it comes to holidays. So I just think it evolved, and the backlash is not needed.
So, how do you feel about food? Should we change food, or should we keep the same food?
I mean, today, you don't have to, tradition is what you make it, you know what I mean? Or I just don't think you have to have set food to cook for Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? You may want steaks for Thanksgiving, but it's not really about the food. It's about people coming together and spending time with each other, just appreciating ourselves with each other, sort of
Because with all
thing.
the health issues and problems with diabetes with blacks and things like that, I just wanted to kind of get the outlook of that because I know a lot of people would want to change vegan and things like that. So, what do you tell a family member that's a vegan or that's just a vegetarian that doesn't eat any of that stuff? Like, what do you tell them? Like, are you inviting them or what do you do for them?
I mean, we make it comfortable for everybody. You know what I mean? I don't eat shellfish, so my family, they work around that. You know what I mean? And as far as diabetes, I think with food, there's nothing wrong with eating what you like, but it's also called a balance. We all have to be balanced. You know what I mean? You can't have too much of something, and it ends up bad. So it's a balance. You gotta, if you're gonna eat fried food, you mean eat your salads, drink your smoothies, take your vitamins, do your exercise. You know what I mean? It's just a balance. That's how I feel. You can eat what you want, but make sure that it's balanced. You're not doing too much of it.
Well, thank you very much, Anonymous Ace. It has been a great talking with you today. Ah, man, great talk. We'll be coming to more issues later on Tom Talk. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Comment if you want to. If not, next time on Tom Talk.